Hi everyone. My topic is how Southern dialect is perceived as both nice and of lower intelligence, and how Jeff Foxworthy has made a living on the humor of Southern dialect. While researching the regional dialect of the South, we can also discuss the various meanings of the phrases such as bless your heart. Does it show empathy? Does it express pity? Or is it a polite way of showing frustration? I posted a Facebook poll to see what some of my friends and family associated with the Southern dialect. Now, most of my family is from the South, so this poll was a bit one-sided. That being said, as a military spouse, I do have friends from all over the world. Most of these friends have lived in or visited the southern region of the United States at some point in their lives, even if they are not originally from this area. So the results of my poll concluded that most of my friends and family perceive the Southern dialect as being friendly. However, when I posted a follow-up question about what they think the rest of the country, and frankly the rest of the world, first thought of when they hear the Southern dialect, nearly all of them admitted that the common perception of the Southern dialect, at least for those that live outside of the southern region of the country, was one of lower intelligence. As a Southerner from Atlanta, Georgia, Jeff Foxworthy has become a successful comedian making fun of the Southern dialect, including his most famous "You Might Be a Redneck" jokes. In his biography, Foxworthy says that he is a typical redneck. Jeff Foxworthy quit his job at IBM and used his comedic talents to, quote, ride the popularity of the country music wave during the 1990s, end quote. And he even opened up for country music stars Garth Brooks and Emmylou Harris at the beginning of his career. The Quarterly Journal of Experimental Psychology, published on November 16, 2012, investigated the development of American children's attitudes about Northern and Southern accented American English with children from both Illinois and Tennessee. Among many other findings is that, quote, regardless of their own group membership, children rated Northern accented speakers as smarter and in charge, and Southern accented speakers as nicer, end quote. I will consider what the reasoning is behind these findings and how these linguistic stereotypes are established even in young children. Media often plays a role in various dialect perceptions. A study done at Stanford University in 2014 investigated the perceptions of regional accent variation between Standard American English and Southern American English. This study looked at media as an influencer in regional dialect perceptions and found that, quote, stereotypes of American Southerners are common in cultural media and artifacts, such as the cartoon Little Abner, which suggests American Southerners are of lower intelligence and wealth and higher aggression and friendliness, end quote. Another article posted on HuffPost.com on December 9, 2012 says, quote, studies have shown that whether you are from the North or South, a Southern twang pegs the speaker as comparatively dim-witted, but also likely to be a nicer person than folks who speak like a Yankee, end quote. The Economist.com website published an article on August 9, 2014 titled, Mind That Drawl, Y'all, Southern Speech Still Draws Unwanted Attention, which talks about how loose grammar and indulgent vowels mean the Southern accent is often associated with stupidity. According to the article, 2 in 5 Americans think it makes the speaker sound uneducated. On the other hand, Southerners are thought to be more honest and nice on account of their speech. My research includes YouTube videos, blog posts, a research article from the Quarterly Journal of Experimental Psychology and Stanford University, books written by Jeff Foxworthy himself, including the Redneck Dictionary, a book titled The Language in the USA, published in 2004, which discusses the distinctiveness and social varieties of American regional dialects. So my research will look into the reasoning behind the perspective of the Southern dialect as sounding both unintelligent and friendly, and look at how Jeff Foxworthy has used his own Southern heritage and experience with the Southern dialect to make a successful comedy career. I'm still looking for some interviews done by Jeff Foxworthy to add more to my research, but I did find it interesting that our book for our class talked about the Southerners' pride in their dialect on page 151 when it states, quote, the distinctiveness of Southern speech has been shown repeatedly in perception studies, and its distinctiveness may be related to prejudice against it, although Southerners often find their speech pleasant, if not correct, end quote. So I found it interesting that while the Southerner dialect may be perceived as lower intelligent and more friendly, Southerners often think that, Southerners recognize that about their speech, that it may be lower intelligent, but they think it's correct no matter what. So I'm looking forward to doing this research paper and presenting it to this class, and thank you for watching the video.